Hi, hey, it's Michael Pilarski again, and here we are in the wilds of northeast Washington, and a Mahonia aquifolium, or Oregon grape patch, tall Oregon grape. And I just thought I'd show you how I do wildcrafting of this particular medicinal. Um, there's two ways, but the way I do most of my Oregon grape is I look for volunteers. And so you can see there, I'm surrounded by Oregon grape here, and I'm looking for volunteers. So I'll pull one, and I'll pull. It's like, oh, here's one that's willing to volunteer. So I pull it, keep moving it further back towards the ground, and at one point it'll break off. And so here's our root. Here's some stem, and I'll be, when it comes time to cutting this up, I'll go part way up the stem and cut it into my bag into smallish bits, usually 4-6 inches, 3 to 6 inches, 3 to 5 most of them. So, and I can look for, since one came up there, it's reaching the ground a bit, maybe I can get another one. So there's another volunteer. So you sort of keep following it back. That goes. And sometimes it's connected to other things. And sometimes it doesn't want to break off. So then I just cut it where it comes off the ground. So, okay, so that's how you do volunteers. Most of them don't want to come up. They're not volunteering. So you're looking for what's easy. And this is a good situation because I'm in a forest. There's a lot of duff, things falling on the ground, so they tend to sprawl around. If you're somewhere in a grassland, you might say a grassland, so to speak, they do not want to come out of the ground. So in that case, I persuade them. I prefer volunteers, but here's the Pilarski's Pilarski, and I can use this to get some out of the ground. I just worked up this area right here. See, this is actually just been worked up, so I can just go a little further here, and there'll be a map of roots under the ground here. And so I'm just going to do a sample little area here. Show you what it looks like. Underneath the ground is this tangle of roots. And so I'll just clean that out. Add that to my pile here. And I don't like to make a very big disturbance. This is bigger than a lot of them. It's 6 foot by 3 foot area surrounded by this big stand of Mahonia here. So I just get what I can from my little hole, and then I'll go and dig another hole over there, another one over there, another one over there. So you can just sort of, spread your impact out rather than putting it at any one point. We're just taking a small percentage. That's actually a service berry there, so you have to make sure you don't get other roots mixed in. Get rid of the dirt. So see, the network of roots expands into the soil all these different directions, so whatever we leave behind is just going to resprout. So this whole area, there's still roots in there. I don't get them all. And then I put a little mulch over the area, harder to see. And then look at my pile here. This pile here, that's a lot of Oregon grape material. And that came from an area, from over there. Maybe a 50-foot, 100-foot diameter circle, something like that. Goes up and back here over to those. So here I am with my pile, cutting it up into my burlap bag because I'm out, I'm out in the woods here and I got to carry it home. And it's real easy to tell you got the right kind of root because it's got all this yellow, this gold color there. See, so that's the, and if you keep scraping, it's fine to get into some kind of less yellow wood. But this you can see here, it's kind of way lighter wood inside. So, sometimes these things can be bright yellow all the way through. That's slightly better. Let's take a look at this one, for instance. See, that one's bright yellow all the way through to the core. So the whole thing is used. The cambium is where, of course, the highest concentration is. But and in the actual stem, like here, you'll see it's quite yellow. There's definitely good berberine there, but the core is going to be more white. So even though we say we're selling Oregon grape root, there's stem in the mix too, because the stem has berberine, and no sense tossing out a lot of what I toss a lot out anyway because it's I don't want too much top in the mix, but it's acceptable, and part of the trade is to include some of the stem as well as the root. So the higher percentage of root, the better. So you don't want to get a habit of doing too much top. And so you got to really try to get a lot of root in your product. So there it is. There's Oregon grape, all that nice yellow berberine. Great stuff for all kinds of diseases and liver issues, etc. The heartache of psoriasis. This is the remedy. Okay, well, have a good time out there. I hope that you get to spend time in Oregon grape patches this good someday. Bye-bye.